All right, we live, man. It's your boy Back the Body, man. Back with some more football hot takes, man. So first, y'all already know where we going. We're gonna talk about the Dallas Cowboys. So I told y'all, trash cans, right? I told you they was ass, right? Went to Arizona, got their ass whooped by a team with no wins, right? And the Cardinals are scrappy. They're solid, right? They're gonna play hard. They play hard as fuck. But I told y'all, right? Dak Prescott is ass. If the Cowboys get down, they're gonna get their ass cracked. And what happened? They There we go. We back live. All right, man. So here we go. Let's start this over, man. So I'm back, y'all. I'm back with some week 3 hot takes, right? And we're gonna talk about the Dallas Cowboys, right? And I told y'all, right? These guys were ass, right? I told y'all they were some ass boys. I told y'all Dak Prescott don't believe in them, right? Nobody wanted to believe me. People responded to the comments, was talking shit to me, telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. And what happened, right? Went out there, got their ass whooped by the Cardinals, right? By a team with no wins, right? And I told y'all this. Don't trust Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is not the guy, right? If you really a Cowboys fan, you really know the lore behind these guys. These guys are pretenders. They're gonna have a good regular season, go to the playoffs, and get their ass popped, right? Just like last weekend, they went to Arizona, got their ass served, right? It's Dak Prescott though. It's not the team. It's Dak. If they get rid of him, they got a shot. With him, no shot at all, right? He went through interceptions, that interception he threw toward the end of the game. About three people could have picked that off, right? But you know what I mean. One guy picked it off, but 3 of them could have picked it off. But I'm not gonna go in on the Cowboys. We know they ass. I told y'all they was ass, and now the proof is in the pudding, right? So y'all can see it. My next hot take. We're gonna talk about. Oh yeah, sorry, but I got my Dorsey Levens jersey on. Shout out to the Green Bay Packers. They had a great win this weekend. They were getting their ass popped too, but ended up coming back and winning, beating the Saints. So nice job by them. So next up, Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert's still ass. People commenting on my stuff, talking about Justin Herbert. He's still ass. He didn't win that game last weekend. They win the overtime and they caught an interception. The defense caught an interception, so he didn't win that game. No, I don't want to hear no Herbert, nothing about Herbert. But he's still ass. Him and Dak Prescott are basically the 2-1. Dak might be a little bit ass to him, but them boys are 2-1. They're like the same person, right? Not very good. Next up, we got the Phins and Broncos. Oh God, what is going on in Denver, man? What the fuck, man? They gave up 70 points. 70 points. You can't even score 70 points in Madden. Scoring 70 points on Madden would be like a tough task. Like you drop a 70 ball in Madden, that shit is hard. They gave them boys 70 in real life. I think Russell Wilson's pretty. He's kind of ass, right? But the defense is atrocious, horrible, horrendous, right? Washington came back and whooped them boys' ass. Their offense is not good at all, right? They got like very, very like a below average offense. They came back and whooped Denver ass. Then next week they end up giving up 70. I don't know what the fuck Sean Payton got going on, but somebody need to call and check on their boy, man, because they are not dialing that shit up out there in Denver at all. All right, next up, man. I'm gonna talk about my top 5 teams in the league, right? So this is not off no list, nobody else's list. This is just my top 5 teams in the league of what I think. I think number 1, you got to go with Kansas City Chiefs, right? Very, very good. Kansas City Chiefs team still doing what they need to do, still getting the dubs. Then you got the Philadelphia Eagles. Until they outlaw that tush push, they are unstoppable in within 1 yard or short yardage. That tush push is OD. They're gonna have to ban that shit. That shit is unbelievable. Then number 3, I like the 49ers. The 49ers are good, very, very solid. We'll see if Brock Purdy can do. They play calling is so good. I feel like when NFL coaches get like a quarterback they don't think is a great quarterback or a stud, the play calling gets so much better. Like the play calling they got for him, screens, bubble, run the ball, take a shot. It's a really, really good offensive scheme, and I think it fits him very, very well. So I got them at number 3. Number 4, I got the Cincinnati Bengals. So they had a slow start to the year, Well, I think overall, from top to bottom, I think they're probably one of the best teams in the league. They got Lou Anarumo at defensive coordinator, man. He needs to be a head coach. He's so fucking good, so good. After the Rams got down against the Cincinnati Bengals, he was dialing that shit up, and the Stafford didn't know what to hit him, man. He was putting them in a cyclone, man. He was getting hit every play. And number 5, I got the Dolphins. So the Dolphins, I love the offense, man. Raheem Mostert is a stud, very good player. Tyreek Hill, Waddle, Tua, man. Only thing, like I said, with Tua, I think he's gonna get hurt. But if he can stay healthy, man, they're gonna be very, very good this year. They're gonna be a very, very good team. Like I don't know what's gonna stop them. I don't think it probably stop them is the injuries. But if they can stay healthy, they're gonna be really, really good. So that's my top 5. We got Kansas City, Philadelphia, you got the Niners, you got the Bengals, and we got the Dolphins. Top 5 teams in the league right now, according to Beck the Body, right? All right, next up, I want to talk about NFL teams running the ball, man. Why don't they run the ball in the red zone? What's up with that shit? You got 3 yards to go. You try to run the ball one time. That shit don't work, and you just abandon the run in the red zone for the whole game after that. You just call them pop passes and fades. Like, what the fuck? It's way harder to catch a fade on a nigga head than line it up and run a dive play for 3 yards. If I would call fucking 3 runs, 3 dives. I would call dive, sweep, maybe some off tackle, or dive, power, sweep. Like, dog, we don't get in the fucking end zone, man. Run the ball in the end zone, teams. Why are y'all doing that? Stop abandoning the run. It's too much pass happy shit. That shit is all right. That shit ain't working, man. I've seen so many games where these guys get in the red zone and call a fucking pass play 3 times, then kick a field goal and miss the field goal. Like an empty trip. Call a run. Run the ball. As a defensive player, I don't want to stop the run in the red zone. I don't want you to run the ball in the red zone. It's fucking 2 or 3, 5 yards. You can fall down for 2 yards and not be good at all. So run the ball, man. Y'all bailing the defensive out with that shit. The defense loves for you to pass the ball in the red zone. You fuck up the timing on the pass play. That's incomplete pass. That's 1 down. We got 2 more downs we gotta live. You know what I mean? Run the ball in the end zone, man. It's so much. Run the ball in the red zone. It's so much easier, so much better. The offensive linemen like it much more. Even just the overall NFL game. They're not running the ball enough. Run the ball, man. If you want to win, run the ball. The team that's running the ball, they winning the game. They controlling the clock. The defense stays off the field, and you're not exposing your quarterback to get his ass whacked. When you dropping back and passing the ball 100 times, your quarterback get his ass cracked, throw interceptions. The defense on the field every day for snaps, too many snaps, and those snaps wear you out over the season and makes your defense's ass. The best defense don't play a lot. They don't want to be on the field. You know what I mean? 3 and out. Get a 3 and out. Get the fuck off the field. Let your offense run the ball, run that clock down. Even if they don't score, we got a break. But when the offense go out there and get 3 straight incompletions and don't get a first down, then we right back on the field. That shit make you mad as hell. And I know it. I know that for sure. All right, last thing I'm going to talk about. Let's talk about Colorado versus Oregon last weekend, man. That was wicked, man. I really like Deion a lot, man. I want them to be good. I'm a fan, definitely a fan of Deion. Want to see them boys ball. Want to see them do very good. But they got their ass cracked last weekend, man. Oregon's good though. I think Oregon a lot better than we think they are. Oregon is a lot better than they think they are. But people who know football know, like, okay, Colorado wasn't going to win that game. They're not going to beat USC next week. There's levels to college football, right? And you got some top 10 teams that are just going to be goons every year. You got Ohio State. You got Michigan, you got Alabama, you got Georgia, you got Oregon, you know what I mean? You got USC. Those guys are going to be goons every year. So Colorado's not on that level. They could get there, though, but it's going to be hard, though. And it's not going to be this year or even probably next year, right? More and more guys coming, they're going to get better. But it's definitely levels of college football, right? And people who know football know they wasn't going to win that game. But we just want them to be competitive. That's the thing. They went out there and got their ass trounced. And we don't want to see that. Y'all gotta come with something. Y'all gotta do something. Y'all gotta put up some points. We need at least 21. They scored 7. USC, they probably score a little bit more against USC. I think USC defense is not as good as Oregon. So they got a chance to score more points. So let's make this game competitive. I think this is gonna be a shootout this weekend. I think it might be like 40 plus to like 28, something like that. But we need to see some points coming out there. We need some points, man. And but what I wanted to talk about was the coach. The coach said we're playing for wins, they're playing for clicks. God damn, that was spicy, man. That was spicy right there. God damn. He said the game's not gonna be played in Hollywood, it's gonna be played on grass. Ooh, shit, boy. I heard that, man. I wanted to strap it up for him too, man. He got me fired up with that shit, man. That was good, coach. You came with some shit with that, man. I think in Colorado was capping before the game. They stood on the O. They was talking spicy and shit, and got their ass whooped. But I mean that's what guys do. Teams gonna talk spicy, talk their shit, and go out there and get their ass whooped sometime. But I think without you can't do it at capping. Once you, especially when you're the underdog. When you're the underdog, you can't do it at capping because if you ain't capping, you go out there and play the game. You're the underdog. You got a shot to play around with them boys and get your licks in and make it a game. But once you talking shit, talking spicy shit, and you waking motherfuckers up and people, they getting up for the game, you're gonna get your ass whooped. Especially a team that's better than you from top to bottom, like as far as personnel, right? They're gonna come out there and whoop your ass, right? So this week, hopefully, against USC. There's not as much capping, not as much bullshit. They go there and play some football, man. Don't do all the capping though, man. These guys are better than you, so you can't cap like that. Like you got to just play your game. So they're gonna be better though. Colorado's gonna do better. They're missing probably their best player on their team, and Travis Hunter. He's the best offensive player and best defensive player, so they're short-handed at that too. So you can't do too much of that capping. But I do think Colorado will be good, and I do want to see them play good and be good this year. So shout out to Deion, man. Deion's doing an amazing job with those young men, changing the program around. They were ass as hell last few years, and now there are people watching them. When last time you watched a fucking Colorado game? Never, right? But Deion there, people tuning in to see that shit. So let's shout out to Deion, man. Deion, we want to see you do good. We want to see you ball. Travis Hunter get healthy. And let's have a good game against USC this weekend. Well, that's all my hot takes for this week. Tap in. I'm going to be posting on YouTube. I'm going to be posting this on Twitch. I'm going to post it on my Instagram page, Facebook. So if you like the content, please leave a like. Subscribe. Follow me. Subscribe to my YouTube page. Follow me. And if anybody want to tap in and get into this with me, or, maybe talk some ball with me. You're super welcome to do it. Just send me a message and I can patch you in. I seen the link where you can patch yourself in, or anything. Just let me know. All right. Later.